What's up guys, my name is Ace, and kill trades in Infinite Warfare have now been active for about 2 weeks, and I wanted to revisit the topic with a little bit of a different perspective, as well as now having a decent amount of experience with these kill trades active. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so first up, if you haven't seen my first video on kill trades, I will leave a link down below. I'd highly recommend checking that out because I'm going to be referencing back to that a lot. And I don't want to repeat myself too much from what I said in that video. But after uploading that video, I was actually honestly a little bit surprised at the backlash that got. A lot of people really do agree with kill trades being in Call of Duty, and that's totally fine. I respect your guys' opinion here, and I wanted to go a little bit more into detail with this, and it's great to see that I actually got a little bit of a different perspective on this from the comments that you guys were leaving on that video. That's one of the things I really like about YouTube, is I can share my opinions, I can share everything in a video, and if you guys disagree, then you're free to make your counterpoints. And in a few situations here, I definitely gained a slightly different perspective that I didn't have before making that video. Now, just to be completely upfront, before we get into the rest of the video, I am still firmly against kill trading in Call of Duty, but I feel like I put emphasis and stress on some of the wrong points in that video. I feel like there's a few other things I should have focused on more, and I put far too much stress on other areas in that video with my arguments. So the biggest argument against my initial kill trading video is that now things are going to be more fair and more balanced because people with a bad connection can now kill people with a good connection from the grave. And to an extent, I sympathize with this. I mentioned in that video, for about 7 years, I dealt with an absolutely terrible internet connection with Call of Duty because of the place that I lived in. There was no access to cable internet. I basically had like 3G internet for the home. So I had an absolutely terrible internet connection, and I know what it feels like to be in that situation where you just kind of feel helpless. There's not much you can do. You can optimize the network the best you can, but there's only so much you can do. Now, even though I sympathize with that, I still stand behind the fact that lag compensation exists to make the game at least playable for people with a bad connection, and I feel people with a really good connection should never be punished by being able to be killed by somebody that's already dead. But now that we've actually had some experience with the kill trade system, it turns out this particular argument is such a small piece of the puzzle, and it isn't the thing we should be focusing on, and the reason for this is it turns out the thresholds seem to be very tight. So it's not like somebody with an absolutely terrible connection is going to be killing a player with a really good connection after he's been dead for a whole half second on the player with a good connection screen. That was my big concern at first when I first made that kill trading video, but keep in mind that video was created the day that these kill trades went active. Now that we have experience with this, we can see that the thresholds are much tighter. So we could debate for hours on whether or not it's fair to bring everybody down to the level of the person with the slowest connection in the lobby. Some people think that's fair, some people don't, but at the end of the day, with this kill trading system, that argument is essentially irrelevant because the thresholds are so tight. Now you might be thinking, oh great, so it's actually not an issue to have kill trades. I am still very firmly against kill trades in Call of Duty, and today I'm going to be focusing my arguments on the areas that really matter, especially after now experiencing kill trades for a couple of weeks. So over the past couple weeks, I have been playing Infinite Warfare less, like I said I would in that video, because I'm just not as excited to play it at this point. Throughout this playtime, I've only played core game modes, and I would say I experience at least 1 kill trade in most of the games that I play. Sometimes I get 3 to 4 kill trades, sometimes I don't get any kill trades, but I would say on average, I'm at least getting a kill trade or 2 in a game of Infinite Warfare. Now, is this the end of the world, or is this a game-breaking issue? No, absolutely not, and I never expected it to be a completely game-breaking issue. Having said this, I still feel this system is completely unnecessary, and it only makes to hurt the overall enjoyment that people are having with the game. Unlike a lot of other first-person shooters in the community, Call of Duty is really at its core about its kill streaks, about its score streaks. This is what really launched the success back in Call of Duty 4 and then really boosted it again in Modern Warfare 2 when they added a bunch of customizable streaks. This is one of the things that really separates Call of Duty from the other games on the market, and whether consciously or unconsciously, everybody is working towards these streaks every single game. So I'm not saying that everybody always goes into a game consciously thinking, oh, I gotta earn my top streak that I have equipped here. And some people maybe even aren't capable of earning streaks very often, but it's always at least in the back of your mind that you're trying to string those kills together and string those streaks together to get those rewards. Now, of course, competitive is a different story, but kill trades aren't enabled in competitive, so that's kind of irrelevant anyways, but at least in public matches, the things that people are working towards are kill streaks. Individual kills don't really mean that much in Call of Duty. It's stringing those kills together and getting rewarded for it that really keeps people hooked. With the introduction of kill trades, we throw a wrench into this streak-based system because we now create a lose-lose situation. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you probably saw that I posted this picture. I created it after having one of those games where I think I got like 3 kill trades in a row or something like that. I was just so frustrated, so annoyed by it, and kind of like half as a joke, but also half to express how I feel more about kill trades. I made this little graphic here, and I think it describes things quite elegantly. Before the kill trade system, we have a winner and a loser. The guy on the left is winning the gunfight, the guy on the right is losing the gunfight. One guy's happy, he got the kill and continues his streak. The other guy is not happy because his streak is now over. Once we throw a kill trade into the mix, we have 2 scenarios. In the first scenarios, the players know who would have gotten the kill first and who got the kill second, and who would have won and who would have lost if there wasn't kill trades in the mix. And the second situation is when they don't know who would have gotten the kill first. In that first situation, obviously the person that would have won the gunfight without kill trades, he's going to be very upset because without kill trades, he would have kept his streak going. As for the other player that knows that he would have just gotten a death, but now he's getting a kill, it's still not a win for him because his streak is still over. He's still losing, his streak is still over, but he does get that little consolation prize and that +1 on the scoreboard at the end of the game. Now, when we look at the situation where players don't know who killed first, this is where it gets even worse because then there's always that doubt surrounding the kill trade. Like, hey, if kill trades weren't there, I probably would have continued my streak. My streak just got ended unfairly. And you never really know who would have been continuing their streak if kill trades weren't there. So in that scenario, neither player is going to be particularly happy. So you can see the net satisfaction with kill trades enabled is always going to be decreased. There's never anybody that's particularly happy about how the situation went. You just might get somebody that's like, oh hey, I mean, at least I took him down with me. So this right here is the argument I should have focused on more in the first video that I made about kill trades. Since Call of Duty is inherently a streak-based game, and individual kills don't mean nearly as much as stringing those kills together, kill trades only reduce the overall satisfaction that players are having in the game. One other little argument that I wanted to point out, because somebody still might bring this up after me going over this, and that is a lot of people seem to think I'm coming from the perspective of somebody that never benefits from this kill trade system, or is never on the quote-unquote good side of a kill trade where I get a kill that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And that's simply not true. Anytime I get a kill trade, I always look at the kill feed very carefully, and there are several situations where I killed second. Therefore, without kill trades, I wouldn't have gotten the kill and I would have just taken the death. And to be honest, I'm still not happy about that at all. I would gladly give up all of my consolation prize kills and just take the death if that meant I never had to deal with the opposite situation happening to me. If the enemy player kills me, so be it. I'll take the death. No big deal. If I kill the enemy player, I should get the kill and continue my streak. End of story. So I hope this video clears up my perspective a little bit on that first kill trade video, and also sheds some more light on the system now that we've actually got some experience with it and found out that the thresholds are much tighter than I initially thought they might be. I really want to thank everybody in that video that disagreed with my opinion, but kept things clean and respectful. I really do appreciate those comments. I love it when people disagree with me and bring in some logical points and try to continue the discussion rather than just revert to name calling or something along those lines. If I'm wrong about something or you just disagree with my point, please always feel free to let me know. I am not above criticism by any means, and I love seeing different perspectives from the community. I don't expect people to just be blind followers that go along with everything I say, and it is really nice to be challenged sometimes as well, as long as it's done in a respectful fashion. I know that's a lot to ask for the YouTube comments, but generally, you guys as a community are awesome, and I just wanted to say that I really appreciate that. And with that, we're going to wrap up this video, and I'd like to know in the comment section below. Let's continue this discussion a little bit. After watching the first video and having 2 weeks with kill trades enabled, as well as watching this second video, what do you guys think about kill trades in Infinite Warfare, or just Call of Duty in general? Has your perspective changed at all since it was first released? Do you want it to stay? Do you want it to go? Do you want it to maybe just stay in core modes and then get removed in hardcore modes, since I know it is a much more frequent thing in hardcore modes? What do you guys think of kill trades now? If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.